drive from... New York at the home of the Knicks. It's the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to Orlando. Three-pointer.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough openings to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Spins. Pass to Nowitzki. Oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Now here's Ingram. Off target with his three.
And this may not be the juiciest stat you'll ever get, but the development of Brandon Ingram as a free throw shooter early in his career was shocking.
Now here's Nowitzki. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Brandon Ingram.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. He knows they're up against an excellent defense. He's been planning ways to get around that. He said it won't be easy. We have to fight for every basket, but this is our first matchup against them this year. Maybe we can catch them off guard. And if they adjust to that, well, we're going to have to adjust back. We'll see whose strategy pays off better, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, sounds like they're plotting GA to try and overcome some pretty stingy defense.
Yeah, the play calling is going to be key here, guys. If you can't afford to be predictable.
And, you know, that means not only does the ball have to move, but players have to move. Prevent the defense from loading up on one side or the other.
Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 14. And it's Nowitzki missing. Greg, as we take a look at Ingram's free throw shooting, he went from a mediocre performer at the line to almost automatic after a few years in the NBA.
And Kevin, it's a testament to the work he's put in. It was an area of his game he had to develop, and he didn't ignore it. And now his aggression on the court pays off with points.
Now Hardaway. Paul George missing from long range. Pass to Gasol. Leonard with the steal. It's Ingram on the wing. George looking around. Back to Ingram. Jacks up a three. Drains the three-pointer. Ingram's got 6.
Since being traded in 2019, Brandon Ingram has really increased his three-point attempt. His percentages have gone up, too.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one done.
Here's George. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Cooper. Within the count. The rebound by Paul George.
Definitely a situation where you don't give it too good of a look.
Brandon
All
Ingram.
these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now here's Pippen. Drives to the hoop. Here's Gasol. Banked in off the glass.
Gasol.
And that is...
You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing is turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
All right, look who's coming
Both
out to the
teams will
court.
make substitutions. Rockets lead by 7. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham And with the slam.
City Dancer.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
The pit working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help for the defense there to compensate. It's a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
First team foul. Substitution for the Rockets.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Lopez a screen. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's George. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now, here's Garland. No shot. Into the lane. Pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Griffin. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Griffin's shot is off. Knicks trail by 7. Now Garland. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A 3 ball. Here's Horford. Off on the lane. And so it's Houston headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
Your Knicks.
Their defense has been active and...
Your Knicks City Dancer.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
From 11 feet away, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And the NBA is shifting the rules with some record-setting scoring, but some think the officiating has shifted too far in the offense's favor. What do you think?
Well, I can certainly understand that sentiment, Kevin. It has created a circumstance where the offense does have the upper hand. That's always been the case, but it's tilted more so that way. But I think it's good for the game. Basketball is a contact game, but it's not a wrestling match. So I don't have a problem with the way the game is officiated as it is right now.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. That's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And
Houston foul. Michael Finley. That's his first personal. First team foul.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Julius Randle. That's his first personal.
The update for Lopez working to perfection.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. Well, he's come through for them.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic.
That's his first
game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run two at him, can easily find the open man.
That one falls.
Assisted by
got his first 2 points.
Cunningham.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Pass to Booker. Diving in. Here's Lopez. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot
That's
two.
his first personal.
It's going to be on
13
Bam Adebayo.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop a sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Here's Cunningham. Missed inside. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Garland, no good. Pass to Mathieu. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Cunningham. Another miss by Houston. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Cooper. That's Nowitzki at the elbow. Mathieu with the steal.
2 minutes.
Here's
From
outside, off the mark.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
That's Nowitzki at the elbow. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway.
Rockets
His money from the mid-range.
17.
How high he keeps the ball. He really does a nice job of extending and keeping that ball away from the defense.
It's Randall with the drive. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Screen coming! Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two.
Julius Randle.
And
That's his
Hardaway's
second
nickname
personal.
came from his
14
grandmother.
fouls.
She was calling him Pretty,
Penny
but with that
Hardaway.
southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Hardaway hits them both. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Picked by Randall. Cunningham. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Pass to Cooper. Good looking screen by Gasol. To the middle. Over Adebayo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his
He's
second
been in the
personal.
league over a decade, so heady play by Gasol is something we've become accustomed to. He's always got a couple of tricks up his sleeve.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Randall. Tries to keep it alive. And again, the turnover on the Rockets. Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Cooper. Nowitzki outside. It's stolen by Randall. Right wing. And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And some good action through the first. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight bend. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Knicks with the lead.
And one thing that separates Randall from other guys, his size. That spin move. He can do it off the drive, in the post, now going either direction.
Gasol up top. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Rockets ball.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And whirling around the floor, Greg, is there anyone who really hacks you up?
New York
They're different players, but
Penny Hardaway. That's his first personal. First team foul.
Body control, especially for taller guys. But when you do it well, man, it is tough to stop.
So he gets them both.
And, you know, Sampson had an imposing physical presence. So long, 7'4", towering big man who I think is as versatile a big man as I've ever seen. Scores, rebounds, defends,
Going
next lead.
throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
New York ball.
New York calls timeout.
New York.
In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get dehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Now here is Hardaway. Outside Gasol. Pass to Cooper. Now here is Hardaway. Defended by George. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Pocket two. Shoots over Griffin. And too long on the shot. Rockets trail. Outside Leonard. And to the basket.
Leonard.
He is a strong finisher with momentum behind him. You won't see Leonard lose his touch or balance on his drives.
To the right side. Here's Nowitzki. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Nowitzki's got the lead. To 1 now for the Knicks. George with the ball. Gasol covering. It's going to be out of bounds for Rockets. Possession. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Hardaway with it. Here's the drive. He gets hauled in by Paul George.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And Nowitzki at the stop. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And it's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
It's the three-point bomb.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to Nowitzki. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Blake Griffin.
It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And I like the trickery of Nowitzki. Super at drawing the D into the air and then earning that foul.
At the line, 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Houston in the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:53 left here in the third quarter. It's Ingram on the wing. 6 to shoot. From 3. And they'll get another chance. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Right side, Griffin. Houston needs to get a shot. Leonard, no luck. One-on-one here. to Gasol. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gasol's got his third basket of the night.
Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is.
From Paul George.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And the rejection back in. It's going to be out of bounds for Rockets. Will retain possession
for your Knicks.
Ingram attacking. Good D by Booker. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
There's Garland. Gets the front of the rim and out.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that.
And you know what? For me, these don't show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Here's Garland. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. And that one comes up a bit short.
That's the end of the
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Rockets lead by 3.
City Dancer.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back.
Come on, fans.
I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of pressure waits us here in the 4th quarter. Houston leading by 3. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Adebayo. And he gets the bucket. Adebayo's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Rockets. Booker outside. Left side, Horford. Here's Finley. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Rockets lead by 7. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Boy, they're pounding, harassing their defensive end. Very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space. Getting out of transition.
That's his third personal.
He is actually 2 hands full inside. And Lopez more than happy to take the trip to the line.
Brooke Lopez hits them both. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Garland looking it over. Back to Booker. Pass to Horford. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
It's clear that there's a comfort level down there. He's got a lot of shots he can go to and move with him.
And go outside. Here's Finley. Defended by Booker. Here's Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock.
Cade Cunningham.
And the 3 ball is good.
3 points.
Boy, love the court awareness from Finley. Excellent at realizing when one of his guys is open.
New York calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Some changes here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. We told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They're all nodding, and he said, then
That's
go
his first
take
personal.
it. Kevin?
Second team
Thank you, David. Outside Hardaway. And there's the try. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Brandon Ingram is as complete a player as they come. I mean, not only awesome on offense, but spectacular on defense as well. He has been there many times before, Gasol stepping up when they need him to.
Back to George. Pass to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Simpson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Leonard with the bucket.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
There's been a three-point barrage. They came out got it. Not stop.
They get it back.
And Simpson really takes away a part of the floor when he's out there. Don't even try to get shots off in this area.
And they get it back. Launches a 3. Through the foul. Marlowe's in the three-point bucket.
That's his first team foul.
You know, Paul George is one of the most versatile forwards in the game. He's in his prime. Probably the top two-way player in the league at his position.
And so he's good in all 3 free throws. So that will put them up by 9. Gasol on the high post. Pass to Nowitzki. Out to Hardaway. Back to Nowitzki. Looking for Gasol, who gets it there. Shoots a finger. Johnson pulls it in.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
From deep, George. Out to Ingram. With the drive.
Brandon Ingram.
And he elevates for the slam dunk. Dirk Nowitzki did not like that.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
They definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year. This will put them up 1-0 so far against New York. You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Griffin. That one, no good. Some solid D from Nowitzki. Paul George with the steal. Leonard on the wing. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you